Hey, this is John at Legacy Woodworking Machinery, and the workshop class 2 is going to be about layering your model so that everything works and looks good. So we're going to start by just answering a question for a teacher about that. That way we can do 2 in 1. So first we're going to create a file, and then we're going to make this one a single-sided part. The X is going to be 20 and the Y is going to be 17. The thickness is going to be 3/4. On this one, you can decide if you want your Z0 on top or bottom, depending upon how you prefer to do your carvings. When I'm carving and not going all the way through, I like my material's surface to be my Z. That allows for a nice, beautiful transition from the top of my material down into my carving and back up. All right, we're going to leave our XY0 in the bottom left corner because that's where it belongs. And let's go ahead and start by just creating our ellipse. And so we're going to put our ellipse about right there. That should give us a nice size for our dish. Okay. And then we're going to go into our components here, our clip art, and we're going to grab the file that they wanted to use. And they wanted to use this guy here, and we're going to rotate it by using our 9 key twice, and then we're going to size it up a little bit because we wanted to kind of fill the whole space with our guy here. Now, the next thing we have to do is build the rest of our models. So we're going to go to our Components tab here, and we're going to add 2 more levels. Level 1 is going to stay level 1. We're going to insert a level 2, and then we're going to right-click and insert a level 3. And at this point, we're going to rename each level depending upon what is going to be in the level. Level 1, we're going to right-click and rename this one the Art level. That means everything to do with your models, anything you're going to either bring in or create yourself, those are going to be the one that you're going to do there. The next one is going to be insert our level here, and it's going to be named the multiply level to apply. And multiply is going to help us when we get into the way we're going to blend this whole model all together. And level 3, this is going to be renamed to the dish level. And those are going to be the 3 levels: art, multiply, and dish. On our art level is our art. On our dish level is our dish, and on our multiply level, we're going to use that. We're going to talk about that a little bit more and in more detail in just a moment. So let's go ahead, go to our dish level here and create our dish. So we're going to go here to our create a rounded shape. Okay, we're going to now grab our ellipse right here, and then we're going to go to our create round shape. I'm going to change this to inches and make this 3/8 of an inch. And I'm thinking that might be a little shallow, but we're going to give it a try. Okay. So right now, when we look at our 3D view, we have this nice little dish and this guy on top of it. So not quite what we're after. So we're going to make it first a subtract, which is going to make it now a dome. Now what you'll see here is everything that's standing proud of our model here. So I'm going to change this really quickly to 7/16. We're going to add just a 16th to the depth. I think it's going to give us just a little bit more shape, height, and it's going to allow us to keep more detail. So there we are there. And the last thing we're going to do on this level is we're going to add a 0 plane. So by holding down Shift and clicking on your Create Flat Shape, that will create the 0 plane. Now if we look down our model, we can see that all of this is too high. So the first thing we're going to do now is work on our multiply level. So we're going to go to our Components tree here. We're going to turn off our cowboy, so uncheck the art, and we're going to take our dish level. We're going to select both of these. We're going to right click and go down to duplicate. It's going to give you these two here. We're going to click and drag those ones down to the multiply. And now we'll turn off our dish layer. So now we're just working on our multiply layer right here. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our component. Okay, and we're going to make this 1 inch tall. And we're going to make this a dome instead of a dish. We're going to go ahead and hit apply. All right, so now we look a whole lot of different. Okay, so now if we look at this, we go from 0 down here on our 0 plane, all the way up here to 1, right up here in the top. Okay, that's very, very important to us because what's going to happen next is going to be pretty slick. We're going to grab our multiply level, right click on it, go to our combine mode and bring it down here to multiply. And you're going to notice that everything disappears off of here. There is no more dish, there is no more dome, there's no 0 plane, there's nothing. Now, when we turn back on our art, something magic happens. All of our model that's over here outside of our ellipse, okay, is at a 0 height. everything as we come into here becomes a higher height. So what it's done is it's taken 0 multiplied by the model height equals 0. Now the model height multiplied by whatever that arc of that dome is now going to give us a new height. We turn on our dish. Let's take a look what happens here. So notice how most everything is gone. The last thing we have to fix now is just that this guy, when we go to him, we're going to go to properties. And we're going to make sure that he doesn't stand any higher than our model itself. Then our model of ourself is low. So we're going to make this a 4375. Okay. And that's going to now lay him right down inside of our model. Top of his knee is going to be right flush, but nothing above it. Okay. So that now gives us our model inside of a dish, all laid out and perfect. Okay, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. This is a pretty intense class, so put your questions down below in the comments. We'll try to answer them for you. The nice thing about this being a video instead of a live class is you can watch, pause, and you can try to do it, and then you can watch, pause, and try to do it again until you get it perfect. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to give us a phone call or fill out one of those questionnaires on our website. Our number here is 800-279-4570. We hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Don't forget to be nice.